Hey guys, it's your girl Teresa. Welcome to the Dental Assistance Corner. And if you are a subscriber, welcome back to the Dental Assistance Corner. And in this video, I just want to make a really quick video talking about my experience working through a dental temp agency. So, anyone who has watched any of my other videos, and I'll try not to mention this in every video, but that's like halfway the point of my channel, is that I just graduated dental assisting school a few months ago. It is now September, almost October. I graduated February 25th. And again, as I've said before, one of the most frustrating things about being a new dental assistant is that a lot of places want you to have experience already. You know, they want you to have 3-4 years experience, and it's like, I can't have that if nobody would give it to me. So, you know, after I graduated, I was so happy. I was so excited. I'm like, I'm about to have a good job. I'm about to be making a decent amount of money. And then it's like, as I'm looking on like Indeed, Career Builder, some places are saying 3-4 years experience, you know, or in everything already. I mean, there were a couple of offices that did give me a chance to at least interview. But then it's like, well, you know, you just graduated. So we don't know if we'll be able to hire you or not. And there were even places that even gave me a chance and gave me a working interview, but my working interview didn't go so well, or it went okay, but they must have ended up just having somebody better. And it's like, it's understandable. You know, some offices have told me straight up, like, well, we don't want to have to train you. I've had some offices say, well, we would train you, but we're just too busy, or, well, we can't afford to. And then I've even been to some places that were like, well, we might hire you, we might train you, but, you know, you're going to have to make minimum wage. And that is kind of something that I've been running into a lot lately, is finding some places that are willing to train, but they're doing it for minimum wage, or basically for minimum wage, which can be a deal breaker in some situations, just because it is a proven fact that it is hard, basically impossible, almost impossible, to live off of minimum wage. And, you know, you should never go into any profession for the money, but at the same time, the whole point of going to school, going to get a degree, get a certificate, is to have a career, is to have a better job. You know, of course, there's nothing wrong with the working in customer service. I did it for so many years. It's nothing wrong with it, but it can get really hard to live comfortably off of it. So, you know, that's why you want to try to have a degree. But when you're first starting out in anything, it's hard to get the job because you don't have the experience. So I was at a point to where I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna throw my certificate away. My certificate is trash. It means nothing. Just forget it. I don't want it anymore. I don't want to look at it anymore. I'm taking it off my wall. But then I'm like, oh, nope. My dad spent too much money for me to just give up. And I'm like, I did too much studying. I worked too hard for it. And my mom had actually called me, and she's like in a whole nother state, and she had actually called me and was like, well, you know, I don't know, why don't you just try a temp agency? So I was like, okay, you know, what do I have to lose at this point? So I did some research. There are a few different ones, but the one that I went through is Strategic Dental Staffing, which is in like the Michigan area. I'm sure there's like staff agencies other places, but I do just want to specifically talk about this one because this is the one that I've gone through and the one that I know about. But yeah, it is called Strategic Dental Staffing, and it was amazing for me because basically what you do is you just go ahead, you give them a call, you kind of just do like a quick phone interview just so they can see where your head is at, really. After that, you just do your paperwork, which is your typical new hire paperwork, direct deposit information, you know, your tax information, of course, for you to get your W-2s and for them to take your money, but, well, not them, but you know. the man. um, and also just you filling out your identity paperwork, making sure you exist, of course, making sure you are who you say you are, because anybody can call and say, hey, I'm Jane Smith, I'm a dental assistant. Your certification, of course, and then also just kind of a profile of where you think your skill level is at with everything, with procedures, with chairside, with sterilization, and so on, just so they can also get a better idea of where to put you. And then after you fill all that out and send it back, you get assignments pretty quick. Like, I got one the next day. I've read reviews and I've talked to people. They said they got one the next day. So you get it pretty quick. It's not like you're waiting months on top of months. And they usually find you a lot. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to go to a lot of them just because of a transportation issue. But if you have good or reliable transportation, and I have no problem like catching the bus or catching the Uber before anybody goes in the comments and goes off about that. It's just that, for one, Uber can get expensive. And I'm not going somewhere 30 minutes out, because that could literally be like $30 or $40 there, $30 or $40 back. And then on top of that, I stay in Michigan. So when it's cold or when it's snowing or when they're super busy, Uber does this thing called Surge. And I've spent $30 on a 7-minute ride with no traffic that's usually $8 because they were surging and it was snowing. So before anyone says, oh, well, why not you just catch the bus? Why not you just catch an Uber? That's just the reason why. But it's definitely great. You're also able to let them know like how many miles out, you're willing to go, which is great as well. Because of my situation, mine was really low, but they were even offering me other things, just to see. And I'm like, I would love to take it, but I can't. So it's really great. I highly recommend it to anybody in the dental field, but I especially recommend it to anyone who is a new assistant, because as I've said, and as I'll probably say a bunch more times, it's really hard getting a job when you're first starting out. Another great thing about it is they're awesome. They're really nice, like, people. Basically, when you have an assignment, they'll text you and they'll say, hey, this office needs somebody for this day or for these days. Are you able to come in? Are you available that week? Are you available tomorrow? Are you available right now? I have gone to a couple of offices at the last minute before. And you just let them know yes or no. After that, they'll text you the address, the times, anything else you need to know, like wear solid colored scrubs, or just any additional information you need to know. And who you'll report to, because the way that you get paid is you have a paper timesheet that you have them fill out. When you do all of your paperwork, they will send you one, but they just send you one. You just have to make copies yourself, which is fine. I mean, you can go make copies anywhere. Some of the offices may even let you make copies there. So some offices will have them there for you already, just because they have them and they use the service a lot. Some offices will have them because they want to fill out the paper, I guess, to stop people from adding in extra hours or something like that at the end, So that makes it, really cool, really convenient. I've had great experiences, not only with the offices, but, just with the people as well. Their understanding of certain things in certain situations. I mean, if you're saying no every single time, every single day, then it might be a problem. But, I am working somewhere else, so unfortunately I did have to not go through them anymore. But I do just kind of want to put the word out there that there are dental staffing agencies. Strategic Dental Staffing is awesome. Like, I really love them, and if I had like reliable transportation, I would probably still be going through them, because it really, really helped me to get better and to get my experience. Every office I went to was very nice and very understanding of the fact that I just graduated. They were all willing to work with me and to help me to get better. There was not one office that I went to that I was like, oh my God, no, I don't ever, ever, ever want to go back there again. Like there was not one, and I had bad luck. So if I say I had good luck with something, then that means that is good. So I love it. Anybody who is interested, go ahead and let me know in the comment section. If you stay in the Michigan area, I don't want to tell you if it's like southeast, southwest, but if you stay in like the Detroit, Warren area, let me know in the comment section and just give me your email. I will email you the information. I'm going to put a link to the website in the description, but I would also love if you guys said that I recommended you. But yeah, it's a great service. I loved it. Alright guys, well, thank you so much for watching. Please give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, just as long as you can handle the tooth. Bye.